I was ready for this. I wanted to clap.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Garden State Film Festival podcast. I am Lauren Conkar-Sheehy, the Executive Director of the Garden State Film Festival. And here, I'm so excited. Everybody tell me who you are, and we're here to talk about the history with Hanlon and Arnone web series.
My name is Dave Schoener. I'm a board member at the Garden State Film Festival.
I'm Christine Hanlon, the Monmouth County Clerk and co-chair of the Monmouth NJ250 Committee.
I'm Adam Wirth, filmmaker.
And I am Monmouth County Commissioner Director Tom Arnone, also Christine Hanlon's co-chair.
We love Monmouth 250, but we love Monmouth County even more. So the wonderful web series, History with Hanlon and Arnone, tell us, how did that come to be, and how did you even get started with your checklist of the areas that you wanted to cover?
I was lucky enough that Christine, had this idea and Tom, and they asked me to sort of help, create these videos. It's basically, like a short sort of travel show with Tom and Christine are the hosts, and they, did an amazing job. I feel like, it's very fun, it's very engaging, and what we're doing is we're going to these important historical locations in Monmouth County, like Laird's, the country's oldest distillery right here in Colts Neck, InfoAge Museum and Wall on the old military base, and other sort of, interesting historic locations that might be a little under the radar for people. And we're sort of walking around with the local expert from the historical location who's sort of telling us about the history, telling us about how people can get involved now. And, and it's fun. So we go to the Stone Pony. We have, we learn all about the Stone Pony. Tom and Christine get upstage and play some air guitar. So, it's things like that. It's actually,
I actually liked it.
Is that in the video?
Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
That one I kept.
We cut it short. We cut it short.
It's a lot of fun, and it's not just kind of like a stuffy sort of learning experience. It feels like a TV show, and that's what we sort of set out to do, was to make it fun. And these guys did an amazing job as the co-hosts.
Yeah, it was fun. And Adam, he's just so talented the way he put it together. And I think after the first one, it really evolved.
I agree.
The way that Adam put together the first one, which was Laird's, we said, this is the recipe.
Yep.
And then we tried to mirror it in the others. And this was part of our we initiated this as part of our Monmouth NJ250 Committee, our historical side of it. But as part of our initiative, we did not want to just focus on history of the Revolutionary War in Monmouth County. We wanted to tell stories about our history since then.
Right.
Also.
Oh, cool.
And this was one of our ways to incorporate other types of important history and visit the iconic, interesting historical places in Monmouth County that people can go to, enjoy, or maybe they passed it sometime. They didn't know what it was. I have to say, Laird's, I passed a million times. I had no idea what was in there.
Oh, yeah.
537.
Yeah.
So it kind of evolved. I wanted it to be like a travel show, like come visit us here, see how cool this is. And then it just kept going and evolving. And Adam was so creative in the way he put it all together and his ideas. So
we
had a
great.
fun time, and we laugh at ourselves a lot.
We laughed at ourselves, and as some people will see in the videos, there.
Longstreet.
But Longstreet. But it was so much fun because everyone was specialized to that location. Okay, where whether we were at Monmouth Park. Okay, on a special day. It was the day before the Haskell there. It was, a big event day there, the biggest they have all year. And, but there's history. The Haskells in Monmouth County. I mean, everybody in the racing industry knows about the Haskell. And it's right there in Monmouth County, the Stone Pony. Everybody knows. You mention to anybody out of our area and say, where are you from? Where's that Asbury? Oh, where the Stone Pony is? They say all those different InfoAge, the history of what started there is amazing. Now, probably the average person does not know there, but we tried to get that outreach. And in Longstreet, I got to do things that I probably would never think I was doing on camera there. And but it was great. Between that there, I know I didn't want to be in the Bonanza era no more. And then whether and go back to the Haskell. how cool was it the day before? Christine and I are in the trainer's room.
Even though they didn't want me in there.
They didn't want her in there, but we got her in. Very controversial because she was a woman in there.
Yeah, I didn't realize.
Yes.
Because it was really like a men's locker room.
It's a men.
We had to jump through hoops.
But the best part of it was they had me try on one of the
the
jockey things, and so I tried it on. And I, when I took it off, it was obviously very small. They're very small people, and it was very small. Well, the next day I'm watching the Haskell, and the one that I was wearing won.
Oh my god!
And that day was so cool. It was so cool. I didn't get none of the purse, but it was so much fun. Like you pull up, and I knew Adam had it set up, like Christine said. After Laird's.
Yeah.
Okay, because you really didn't know what to expect.
Yeah, that was our
You have
first
to
one,
figure
so
out
we
the
didn't
first
know.
episode all the time.
But it wasn't like I was driving there, because I'll be honest with you, there are certain things I have to drive to, and I'm like, oh boy, another one of these. But I knew it would be fun.
Yeah.
Adam had it, he was the perfect person to have, coordinate all of that. And, it was fun. And, hopefully people will get to see him. Because I think
they will, yeah.
Yeah, I love the way that they're programmed into the festival. I mean, these are just 3-minute little short videos, sort of sprinkled throughout the whole festival weekend. So, maybe someone will go in with intentionally to see these, or they might be surprised when this sort of pops up. But each one is at a different, place in Monmouth County. Each time, Tom and Christine are doing something a little unexpected. At Longstreet Farm, where they have a 18th century farm sort of reenactors and farm life happening. Tom was milking a cow, which I don't think he expected to do that.
No,
day.
I definitely did not.
Have you ever milked a cow before?
No.
I have, but so I know exactly what you were going through.
I did not expect that. It was a little bit of a culture shock, I will say.
And like we were saying, I mean, these are places that people drive through. I know I live here, and I was driving by Laird's the same every day. I never realized that this was the country's oldest distillery, that Abraham Lincoln would order, shipments of Applejack from there. George Washington,
George
his favorite drink. And, my favorite, I think, was Camp Evans, InfoAge Museum.
We had Camp Fun.
We did.
That was really cool.
And another place that I would ride my bike by, and I think this is really sort of underappreciated, and people really need to check this out. It's basically a mall of museums. There's a radio and television museum. There's a military vehicle museum with all these military vehicle prototypes, and an incredibly, important historical place where radar was first experimented on.
Whoa.
The first signal bounced off of the moon. The first hurricane detected by a large satellite dish that is actually still there. And the day we were there, there was a bunch of astrophysicists up there tinkering on this humongous satellite dish. I had never met an astrophysicist. Very cool. And, this is a place where Einstein had been. There are photos of him on the grounds.
Wow.
It's just an incredible place.
Yeah,
I mean,
really,
especially
really.
if you have kids, but really anyone, I think, can really enjoy that.
And, you get back to like the Stone Pony. Everybody knows the Stone Pony.
Yeah.
But, for me personally, so I'm from that region of the county, and like the drinking age back when I was there was 18. And I used to, try to finagle my way in there a little earlier than 18. And I used to work for an ice company. I was telling Christine this story, and I was telling everyone there the story that I would get in there and I would try to like stay afterwards, but never to be up on the stage. I mean, it was a bit Stone Pony was it, and and we got to play a little air guitar up there at the end. It was pretty.
This alone is
our
worth
name was
watching
on.
it.
Oh, that's
Name
right.
was on the sign.
I forgot about that.
Welcome.
Yeah, that's right.
Unknown.
That's so
That's
cool. And they
funny.
just celebrated their 50th last year, I think?
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Yes, they did.
Yeah. That's so cool.
So we're really proud of these.
Yeah,
It's
we're
fun.
really
It's
excited.
really-
We hope the people at the festival really enjoy those little clips.
So just reviewing, how many clips are we watching? And they're
Five.
they're
Five.
5 and they're 3 minutes.
yeah.
Average
About
yeah.
3 minutes each.
So it's
Yeah.
very digestible, which is actually
Yes.
going to be kind of great because you're going to
Yeah.
be you're going to be at the screening, and all of a sudden you're going to get a little history lesson. It's going to be entertaining, right? And you're it's going to be something
Yes.
a little different.
So I'm guessing the biggest laugh out of the screenings when it comes in. But if I miss that one, please everybody tell me.
We should take
Dick
that.
Vance is going to be the milking of the cow.
I was like, oh my God.
Because when
You did great. You did
when
great.
my wife saw it, she was like, And I wasn't with her when she saw it. She saw it in the video. She was like, "Are you kidding me?" And I was like, "Yes." And
that was
But you got to really get in there.
Forced Tom to leave it in.
That's amazing. So we have Monmouth Park, Laird's Distillery, the Stone Pony, Longstreet Farm, and InfoAge museums at Camp Evans. If you go to the GSFF.org website and go to Festival Info A to Z, this is a beautiful handmade schedule that is made by Different. The company's Different with Sage and everybody. And so you can type in Hanlon, you can type in one word and hit enter, and you'll see where all 5 are located.
oh, pretty cool.
You can go to all 5 screenings, go at the start time and stay the whole time. And one of them, it's with, a great documentary about the West Point rugby team.
Yes, I'm going to be.
Yeah.
I think I'm
Host
hosting
for
that
that,
one.
yeah.
Yes.
That's really exciting. But we have we have 205 films from 19 different countries.
It's awesome.
So it's not only just people from the tri-state area. We have people getting on planes coming from all over that's going to be learning about Monmouth County.
Yeah.
And the impact.
I know, it's so much
on
fun. It's
everything.
actually such a fun weekend. And I've been fortunate, thanks to you, Lauren, to be able to host something every year. And it's so cool. Like, you get in there and you just start asking questions, and I take the notes that I'm given and I toss them. And it's real. And
Yeah, because once you're there and you're like, oh my God, it's an experience. I can tell you, all day long what it's like, but until you're there and you feel the vibe of everything.
No, it's a great experience.
It
Cool.
is.
Oh my gosh,
Yes.
thanks. So every year we're like, why are we doing this? And then there's a movie that changes somebody's life, or like a medical movie that is just so impactful. But we're super excited. So since Monmouth County is the place you want to be, let's talk quickly about the pizza in Monmouth County.
Oh, slice in Monmouth. Yes, yeah.
Yep.
So I created a little bit of excitement here, and maybe a little bit of disgruntledness in other places. Competition. I'll say competition, where I created the capital of the pizza world here, and all other counties are a little upset with that and differ with me, which is good. That's good competition.
Yeah.
It's fun. But I will say over and over again, I've said on a few radio stations, talk is cheap. Where I'm pretty confident that if I put a group of pizza places together, I'll challenge any county there, and I'm pretty confident we'll prevail. We have some of the best pizza establishments in not just the state, outside the state there, and so, that have long history, have family history, and longevity, and they employ a ton of people there. And when you look at it and you really dive into what we've tried to create over the course of my era being in there, whether it's Grow Monmouth, Made in Monmouth, Brewed and Distilled in Monmouth, Grown in Monmouth, now Slice in Monmouth, they've all created to the directing to helping businesses. But if you look at pizza establishments, if you really count all the businesses in Monmouth County, there's no other business. There's no other business in the county that has as many. Yeah. So if we're helping, if I'm starting to create a little bit of a, excitement around there, rumbling and excitement out there, that's good. And the only people that are going to benefit are the pizza establishments there, and that's great.
Video series that you're
creating it. Yep,
so the first one with Federici's is going to be in the next Monmouth in Focus.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's really great, and that, which I did not know.
Federici's history is really
unbelievable history, and I listened to it, and there's a lot of other establishments that have a tremendous amount of history too that people don't know. I didn't know Federici's history was what it is today, but it's obviously, I'm a little partial to it because it's Italian usually, and there, and I look at what the history is and the family history that came from them and the hard work, that was established here. That's what built the county.
Right.
That's what built our state, and that's what built our country was hard work. And it's and people say, oh, well, it's just a pizza place. No, it's a pizza place that put hours and hours of dedication, blood, sweat, and tears into something to be successful, that they passed it down from tradition to tradition to tradition there. That's why it's something special. If there's any legacy that I guess people say in elected officials that you want to see done, the only thing that I want to see done is that I helped establish excitement for the business climate. That's it, because if they're successful, the county's successful, and I think we're doing it.
And you can see that in Made in Monmouth. There's thousands of people in Made in Monmouth. It's unbelievable and amazing.
It is, really is.
And we have another one coming up.
We
Yeah.
have another one coming up. I can't believe how quick they come.
May 2nd,
Yep.
I think. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. So that is amazing. Well, for more information, you can go to visitmonmouth.com.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And for the history with Hanlon and Arnone,
Yep.
for future after the film festival, it's Monmouth NJ250.
Oh, that's great. And we will see you at the Garden State Film Festival. So the dates are March 26th to the 29th. We are kicking off the festival Thursday, March 26th with the matinee, but also our statewide field trip that you should come to if you don't have plans yet is Tuesday, March 24th. We have over 700 students that are going to be in Brookdale's Arena.
Oh, really?
And it's about special effects makeup. So we'll have bruising going on, mustache, and one student with permission from their parent is getting a bullet hole.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
All makeup fake.
All makeup.
Not a real one.
And permission.
Family
Permission.
Under-
And, yes, you
stress
got
that.
permission. Yes.
Yeah, so that's going to be really exciting. So go to gsff.org and get your tickets today. We'll see you at the movies.
See you there.
See you there.